Okay, before Jason reads our first story, which, by the way, I don't get to hear these or see these ahead of time, so I'm right with you guys on this one. But before he goes ahead and does that, please push share, especially in our goals for 2021. We just want to get the light out as much as possible. We need it now more than ever for 100,000 reasons. So please, if you would mind giving a little share out there, that would be great. All right, what you got for us?
Well, I wanted to tell a story about this new blue cocaine that they invented.
Cocaine?
No, I'm just kidding.
Like, that's dark.
This is actually, it's kind of old news, but considering the last time this happened was 200 years ago, it's kind of relevant new news.
Okay.
So it is not every day that we get a new blue. This is from the New York Times, Evan Nicole Brown. Blue is a color that is, I don't know if you knew this, is nearly impossible to find in nature. The blues that we find in nature, whether it's a butterfly, a navy beetle, even blue eyes, are not natively blue, according to scientists, but instead are reflections of light, the impression of blue.
Whoa.
Which is interesting. Kind of like, probably like water, right? The ocean is not technically blue.
It's true.
But the reflected light makes it look blue. So since the olden times, blue has been associated with rarity and expense. Ultramarine, a pigment originally made from grinding lapis lazuli, a semi-precious gemstone found in Afghan mines, was once worth as much as gold. Today, our blues are created by chemists in labs. Did you know that?
No.
I did not know that. That doesn't mean creating new shades is easy or common. 2009 is when this happened. A team of chemists at Oregon State University developed a color now known as yin min blue.
Yin min?
Yes. It had been 200 years since the last inorganic blue pigment was created. The last one, I know this one, was cobalt, which was discovered by French chemist Thenard in 1802. So cobalt blue is one of my blues, along with ultramarine blue.
This was our wedding color.
Yeah.
Cobalt blue, yeah.
So part of the reason why it's kind of recent news is that yin, and I'm not sure if I'm even saying this right, yin min blue is available to artists as paint and for commercial use. The Environmental Protection Agency approved it for industrial coatings and plastics in 2017. So here's the story. The shade was invented by Mas Subramanian, a professor of materials science at Oregon State University, who is working with a team of graduate students to develop an inorganic material that could be used for electronic devices. When a sample he had put in the furnace came out, a vivid, vibrant hue of ultramarine. And he said he knew this was something that he'd never seen this color before. He's like, this could be used for other things than just electronics. So the name for it is derived from its chemical component symbols on the periodic table of elements. Yttrium, starts with a Y, I don't know. Indium and manganese. So the beauty of this is that it's not only able to be widely duplicated via Subramanian's formula, but it's non-toxic, making it safer to use. And this dude, Narayan Kandekar, who is a senior conservation scientist and director of the Strauss Center for Conservation and Technical Studies at the Harvard Art Museum. That's sweet. A long business card. He says it's kind of an amazing thing that he was able to just look at something that was an accident and then recognize how it could be applied to something that he had no experience with whatsoever. You've got synthetic ultramarine, which came along in 1826, but that was synthesizing an already known pigment. It's not often you come along with the synthetic inorganic pigments.
This is what
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
This is a lot to pay attention to.
So,
I literally had to tell myself, pay attention to what he's saying. Anyone else? Little midweek ocean waves in the head there.
One of the things I saw in this is that Crayola came out with a crayon color, and I think it was called Beautiful, something like that.
That's cool.
That was based on this color. So that's a little bit more of a...
Gotta love how Crayola puts
I
their
like
little
their
edge on
color
it. Yeah,
version better
that's
than
actually a lot more appetizing. Yeah.
So thoughts on this? I mean, I
First
didn't
of
know
all,
we
the
were
color
still
is
inventing
amazing.
colors. I didn't know
I
that
kind of
was a
want
thing.
eyeshadow of that. That's
See that?
pretty rad.
Be a good hair dye.
Right?
Rowie
And
would
by the
like
way,
that.
Kim Stanfield McMillan said, I sent him this article.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Kim, you did.
Well, props,
and I had
thank
actually,
you.
I think I saw this probably a year or two ago, but this link reminded me of it. And I'm like, this is perfect for this.
I'm glad to know I wasn't the only one having a hard time paying attention. There looks like a couple other shout outs to me. I don't know, guys. Once chemistry, he started pulling the periodic table in there, and then immediately I was like, I am asleep in my brain. Chemistry and me are not friends.
I remember. Are they like coming out with new elements too? Because I remember. I mean, I mostly slept through chemistry class. I'm going to be honest. In high school, and I don't remember yttrium.
You remember them all?
Just why?
This is unfamiliar.
No, but I've heard of manganese.
Okay.
I've heard of oxygen, and iron,
all right.
and calcium, and hydrogen. Yttrium.
Barb's saying,
making stuff
my
up.
brain has always checked out. I think it's because I'm trying to understand it and I can't. I know. It's
tricky.
tough stuff, guys. I got the best sleep of my life in chemistry class, and I mastered. Oh, this is spit take. I mastered this. You guys know this. Where like I am concentrating so hard, you guys, right there, and you just sleep and just pray a little bit of a prayer, though, like please. Don't call on me,
Yeah, I'm with Elle on the blue jeans. New blue jean color.
Yes.
That'd be pretty good.
Oh, that would be super cool.
All right, well, I got another.
Like color.
We're gonna keep a science theme and the new theme, but we're gonna have some more difficult words to pronounce. But, all right.
Help me.
That's
what I'm talking about.
No. All right.
Just
keep
pay
going.
attention.
Keep going.
Okay, this is a volcano snail. And they have metal shells and survive 750-degree temperatures. So if you're cold, it could be 750 degrees outside.
That puts it in perspective.
Now, I don't know. This was not actually clear if this is actually a new species they discovered. Although, again, I am blown away to know that they're still discovering new species of things.
That is cool.
On the flip side, I noticed someone... I read somewhere someone had said about how they every once in a while they're like, oh, this animal's now extinct, and they're like, how can you tell? Have you checked everywhere? Have you literally
That's a Jerry
checked
Seinfeld line,
everywhere?
Right? Doesn't that seem like Jerry would observe that?
It's a good point,
It is
right?
a good point.
So anyway, I don't know.
Maybe they just moved.
Right? Maybe they're hiding.
Because they're getting rare, especially if they're losing their population.
One thing we've learned in the last year is that science cannot always be trusted with their definitive claims. All right. So I don't know if this is a new species or if they just learned something new about it. But this is the scaly foot snail, which has evolved a shell made of iron that can survive impossible living conditions. That's in quotes for some reason. Of underwater volcanic vents. On top of this, the squishy part that protrudes out of the shell, known as the foot, is covered with iron plates. That's badass. You guys.
Sweet.
The mystery of this volcano-dwelling snail and its metal shell has recently been unraveled by scientists at Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. Researchers collected 20 of these guys 1.8 miles below sea level. Also. Weird. It was really weird.
They're just hanging out down there in the basement.
From the Indian Ocean. And their discoveries was a genetic clue about the snail's metal armor. Okay, here's where the ocean science. But for the nerds out there, we found that one gene named MTP, which stands for metal tolerance protein, showed a 27-fold increase in the population with iron sulfide mineralization compared to the one without, said Dr. Sun Jin. This protein was suggested to enhance tolerance of metal ions.
Oh, no.
Scientists believe this tolerance enables the snails to survive as the iron ions, say that 10 times fast, in their environment react with the sulfur in their scales, creating iron sulfides. He's not wrong. The team believes their work could also pave the way for potential remedies in the field of medicine. Again, potential remedies is in quotes for some reason. I don't know.
Please don't ask me anything about the last 2 minutes, because.
Okay, what do you know about this?
No, don't quiz me.
It's
First
a
of all,
snail that lives in volcanoes underwater.
She lavas this. I love that. I love that.
Someone
I love that.
has been dealing in Valentine's lately because there's a lot of good Valentine punny things going on.
Oh.
All you need to know is that this is a snail that lives in volcanoes where it's 750 frickin' degrees and it doesn't burn up.
Is that thing hanging out? Is that what you were talking about? That thing that's poking out? Is that the thing that you said sticks out?
No, I think it's the foot. It's like kind of like the back thing.
So it's like his little nose.
Oh, I don't know. I'm here. Let me. I'm not a scientist,
have a diagram of what I'm
I
looking
did
at?
stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night, and I will diagram this out for you. I have no idea.
I think we should go to the comments.
There's
because
the shell.
I have run out of things to talk about with this article.
And weird things.
Let's see what everybody
Helen
else
wants
thinks.
to know if it's magnetic. Yes, it is.
Did you say that? It is?
No, I'm just pretending to be a scientist. Jennifer says Kim is taking a nap. Yeah.
Hey, don't tell on me! Yeah. Don't tell on me, Jennifer.
Is it only a snail because of the shell? Yeah, exactly. You got that.
Well, we might need Paul's help. He said he was a chemistry major. Does this apply? This is biology, but let's face it, it feels the same. It's all really science. So
those are the feelers.
If you have, the feelers. Yeah, like okay.
It's yeah. Anyway, that is that's the news that's important to be paying attention to.
We like to make sure you're not left out of that stuff.
No.
I mean,
because I don't want you doom scrolling. I don't want you just like mindlessly going through your feed, getting all upset by all of the news of the day, the politics and the COVID. You don't need that. What you need is snail news and
colors.
News about colors that's 10 years old. That's what you need to be up.
Let's put Jen DeRitter's comments up. I think this is the best life lesson of all. Just smile and nod, you know? I mean, that could be, you could take that advice and apply it to almost any area of your life, and your life will be better for it. So thank you for that reminder.
Okay. Well, Helen will close it out. She says, without the shell, it is just a slug.
Thank you, Helen.
That sums it up really well. And that's what we all are when we're trying to beat the winter blues. We're just slugs in our home trying to avoid the cold.